fitter, happier, more productive, comfortable, not drinking too much, regular exercise at the gym, 3 days a week, getting on better with your associate employee contemporaries, at ease.
欢迎收听主唱死了，我们终于可以地藏了。本期呢也是一集英文的单集，看到 show notes 大家也都知道了。那么我们就以英文形式开场。那么本期请到了上海非常知名的乐队地藏乐队的合成器手，也是一个地下排练房圣殿的主理大明。Okay, our guests, Damian.
Hello.
Hello, yeah. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, I am Damian, and I am a Swedish citizen hanging out in Shanghai for the past 10 years. And I find
You're
myself...
Chinese, please.
Yeah, okay. I'm Shanghainese. Yes,
It's fucking
yes.
10 years. Don't...
That's true. Actually, I've probably been in China more than I've been in Sweden. I'll break the record. I actually only spent about 16 years in Sweden. Then I moved to Canada.
Yeah.
And then I spent 7 years there, and now I'm at around like 10, 11 years in China.
Yeah.
I'm gonna overtake my Swedishness with China soon.
Yeah, but the same, I think. But you in Canada, you're in the French speak zone, right?
No, I thought I was gonna learn French. I thought I went there and I knew nothing about Canada, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna go to sort of like learn French. It's gonna be like a socialist country like Sweden.
Yeah.
It's gonna be excellent. And then I ended up in Calgary, which is like the Texas of Canada.
Yeah.
So a lot of yeehaw and a lot of English.
But we all love Calgary's FM. That
Calgary's
one.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's small, it's cozy. The art scene and the music scene feels like a little village, which, yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
At least 7 years ago. Or at least 10 years ago.
And now you're a new Shanghainese, I think. Yes. It's 10 years and open a new practice room space for all the bands here. It's very interesting here.
Healthier and more productive. Okay, in a cage, on antibiotics.
Okay, next section is our performance review. This time, Shanghai gets a bunch of noise again. Right, yeah. Actually, the recording time is the end of the second day. Seeing some fabulous artists, some big names in the noise genre, just like Vomia yesterday. Again, not doing anything, just stand here and get a hoodie on. They're always doing that shit, right? Yeah. Okay, for the noise artists. So what's your opinion about what you see yesterday?
There are multiple facets of it to look at. For me, the part that I'm the most happiest is that I just see it every year come back, and there's more and more people and more engagement.
Yeah.
And whatever the genre of music is, I'm just happy people are going to experience stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of funny because I'm honestly mostly at home or at work or like working on the studio, always kind of busy. So I personally don't get to go out and experience these things as much, but I'm always happy to see it. It was very interesting to see the opening jam on my moments.
Sorry for that. I just miss it, and I know that it will be a lot of noise because all the tenders on the stage and get multiple speaker there and just bowling out that the first time.
I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. It's a bunch of noise. So it was kind of fun to see all of those amps lined up and everyone's just like some grooving along.
Just like yesterday, like the Shanghai Underground production WeChat group or the musician WeChat group. This video is all pass, one by pass. Everybody is saying, what the hell is happening? It's really okay. But last night, what I see is the most interest me one for the lineup is Taisesa.
Tell me more about it.
Yeah, Taiseiya. Taiseiya is a Japanese electronic, like the idol stuff, but idol stuff into the noise genre.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that one is fabulous. Okay. Last night is crazy for her, just doing all the, the Japanese tradition music mixed with the noise. It's not Japan noise. It's just tradition with the noise.
See, I really appreciate that take on it because for me, all the different genres, including noise, is sort of just like a way to express different emotions.
Yeah.
And I like it when you try to take something raw like that and try to shape it into a story.
Yeah.
I guess like the type of noise that I like the most is when it's intentionally placed in spaces where normally you wouldn't find it.
Yeah.
So it becomes surprising.
Yeah, that's the surprising. That's the sweet point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, if it's just noise all the way, then my expectations are already met.
Yeah.
And I like it more when I'm surprised.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear about Taiseiya.
Cool.
Here is our performance review, and the next section will be the same discussion. So, as a notice for all the audience, I was sitting in the practice room to record this episode. It's very more meaningful, right? I need to record that episode with the venue, in the venue.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the spirit of this show. And here is the first question that please introduce the shrine, how it's happening, and also Dizang.
Okay. Well, as you know, I'm in the band Dizang, right?
Yeah.
And throughout our early years, we used to be at different practice rooms.
How many practice rooms?
Around Changning, like, you know, Juju Studios, Contrail, when it existed. We were up north for a little bit, tried different blah, blah, blah. We were at our friend's Seaway, her place also. Is always like, I don't know if you see my setup, but it's always like lugging around a lot of different stuff everywhere, setting it up.
See it before 2 years ago, just after the pandemic, and I got the pictures here.
Yeah. I mean, we had all of that, and it started to become a little bit dreadful. When the pandemic hit,
yeah,
I actually felt pretty okay. I felt pretty good.
Yeah.
I got to focus on some of the stuff with Dizang that I didn't have time with before.
Yeah.
But my teammates didn't look like they felt very happy being locked in.
But I see you practice on Yunintang. Yeah, in the pandemic, you got a Yunintang get some live show, and maybe you use that platform.
I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to on that.
Yeah, the Yunintang, they got WeChat Live or the video live.
Oh, that was a different thing a long time ago for one song that we wanted to do. That particular song, I would say start of us using more brass and woodwinds inside of our arrangements.
Yeah.
But if I continue with the story of how the shrine came along. So after the lockdown in 2022, I had a lot of energy, and I really felt that we needed a home.
That's right.
Yeah, like
you don't want to change your practice room everywhere
all the time. Like I think in order to continue, I felt that we needed a home, and beyond us needing a home, I also felt that even after so many years of like being a band in Shanghai, I always felt a certain distance. Between other bands, even if they were actually kind of close to us, like they started around the same time, we gigged together, blah, 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 all of that. And coming back to what I experienced in Calgary, I felt that maybe what we need is a little bit of a community over here. But that's not something, not just outside in the venues, but where we're working. If you work next to each other, you can inspire each other. You can help each other
production.
I mean, everything. It's like, say, for example, we have Peach Illusion over here, and Dizang and Dominatrix and whatever, all of us over here. And even we don't make the same music. We are undertaking similar struggles. Everybody testing different things. But in all of these conversations that we're having, we can get new and fresh ideas. to our music or to how we run things like this social media or business and stuff like that.
Get inspired.
You can get inspired. You can get inspired to continue. I don't believe there are any great artists that have grown in isolation. I think there's always a community around it.
Yeah.
And I just want the same for us. So anybody here at the shrine, I have some requirements, and that's that you gotta be ambitious.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good attitude, and you gotta be ambitious. Then come here, join in. We'll chill.
It's a membership certification, I think.
I gotta trust them. That's all.
Yeah. You must see them on a stage before, I think. Is that a...
No, not necessarily.
Or the demo or something? You can join the shrine?
I mean, some of the bands that have joined now are new and never been on stage.
Oh.
But they've come in and they've practiced, and they haven't been like full members, but they've like gotten like rented it hourly, like a normal band practice room. But I see their ambition, and I see their tastes and things over time.
Yeah.
And I build that trust. And now they're friends, and now I'm like, okay,
Yeah, and need to be interviewed, right?
Yes. I am the gatekeeper.
You need to trust. Otherwise, some bands or the junior, like the college bands, they do not know the rules or.
Yeah, it's just like cleaning up spilled beer and stuff. It's not on my... I don't desire that very much.
Yeah. But you mentioned that Dizang is earlier than the shrine. That's what I noticed. And
a lot
earlier. So more talk about Dizang. That's how the bands came from. For the audience, we got some background that Dizang, I think, is the most international membership band in Shanghai. For where you came from, like Kevin is from Thailand, you're from Sweden and Canada. Dashu is from Xiamen or study overseas and came back and do group. So how did it came up, and how did it came that idea you will get a band together?
It's not something that was set in stone right away. It's something that grew organically.
Yeah.
There are many different threads that are happening at the same time that ultimately weave together. Dizang initially was actually stemming from Dashu's personal
idea.
Yeah, he's been working on songs for a long time.
Yeah.
That he originally wanted to have sort of like a Jack White and Meg White type of thing, the White Stripes, like two people in a band.
Yeah.
But in one of the songs, he wanted to have a flute, for example.
Really?
And he went and found somebody, and that person was not suitable, just not suitable, like a little bit too classically trained mentality. But they referred him to Lulu.
Yeah.
And similarly for myself, me and Dashu had actually played with each other for a while at that time.
Yeah. There is a rumor that Dizang is early formed in the Yuyintang's jam night. Is that correct?
I wouldn't say that it was early Yuyintang jam. For me, my experience of it is we started with the Nyaut and Florian, me and Colin's collaboration, actually.
Yeah.
We started with the Nyaut and Florian from Shanghai Xiutian.
Yeah.
We had a project called Fei Yao.
Yeah.
We parted ways with... and Florian and Nyaut continued over there. Yeah. And me and Colin...
He loves to beat the drums out of his set just to... Vertigo.
It's cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. So you joined with Dashu Colin.
Well, we continued and we jammed and different projects and different things for a little bit. And then after a while, he invited me to come and play synth on Dizang.
Yeah.
Now, me as a guitarist, I don't know, synth. Okay,
fine. So you find each other now with big legs, Corona,
That's a long time after.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, Colin is out on jamming with different people, and he happened to jam with Kevin
Yeah.
one night. And then from there, everybody get together.
Yeah.
We had trombone and trumpet in the beginning, but that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, that Tang
Yeah.
that you mentioned before,
Yeah.
that video thing, that was the first time that we started to think about having like the sax and brass and stuff more inside.
Yeah.
Colin took his time and arranged
Yeah.
quite a lot for that song.
Yeah.
And that's when Corona joined in.
Yeah.
Was not one of the core members for 2 years kind of thing. He was
Yeah.
like a little bit on the outside because he has so much other stuff to going on. Being the only full-
Usually he's a next guest choice. Maybe in the next half of the year.
I think
always
it'll be
cursed on the
interesting.
internet.
I think he'll be very interesting. He will go on and he will tell you all the Taoist stuff. It's just,
I
very
know.
charming. Yeah, he's the only full-time musician, so he was like so busy with other stuff. But after a while, it's like, you want to be part of the core, and he's like, yes. So here we are.
Yeah, here you are. And back to shrine. So
Okay.
I have looked at this new shrine just to move and settle now, right? But I'm fortunately to get like a tour or a watch in the old shrine in the nearby Yun town. Also fabulous. So currently, how many bands are in shrine now?
I think it's currently at around 7 or 8.
7 or 8 for rehearsal?
Yeah, like membership, type of thing.
Yeah.
Sharing the times throughout the whole week. Some people use it for recording, some people use it for full-on practice, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Let me see what the number is right now. Some people are taking a little bit of a break because of life.
Yeah.
But say, for example, when we came in here, there were 2 more members added.
Yeah.
All of the other bands sort of kind of stayed, except for that one band that took a big break.
Yeah. And sometimes always band get a break and then...
Yeah. In the production room, there's still primarily Mao Mao from... it used to be the Laoban from Elevator.
Oh.
He's in the production room.
Yeah.
And some other people. Yeah, it's all kind of the same.
All kind of thing. And so there is a tricky question. Which band do you most want to see at the shrine? Or do you invite it? Have shrine invited bands?
From outside?
Yeah, from outside?
Like I mentioned, I need to get to know. I need to talk and chill and make sure everything's okay.
But you're a recruiter, so...
Oh, no. Okay, so I don't really hunt for people.
Yeah.
I don't advertise or anything. This is our private little space. So there's no need for me to go out and...
do marketing stuff.
No.
But you still get WeChat video official account and Instagram.
Yeah, but that's for sharing, not for recruiting. I mean, maybe next year I'll open up another room, which is much more convenient to have 2 band rooms, mind you.
Yeah, but you have a drum room and now a practice room, right?
Yeah, I'll probably still open up a proper second practice room because that was always really beneficial for everybody.
Yeah.
Again, it's a private space where we just have enough time to really explore our creativity. That's the point, right? To work along each other. To have these 2 rooms so 2 bands can be at the same time and random connections can happen.
Yeah, but you need another, schedule app or something to book the room. Is that all?
No, everyone's pretty set on their schedule. If they want any changes, they just message or ask each other or message me.
Okay.
It's not too much.
Okay, it's for an open source, like.
It's like, okay, so I come from a makerspace work environment.
Yeah.
So if you're familiar with makerspaces, those are spaces where you get different hardware, different machinery that's way too expensive for any one person to invest in.
Yeah.
And then you go in there and share.
Yeah.
Just like you're saying, it's all open source, it's Creative Commons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Similarly here.
Yeah.
Actually, most of the equipment is mine, but some of them people bring in and share.
Yeah. That's the spirit, I think.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is another tricky question.
Tricky.
Yeah. What do you think is the most difficult things about running a band and also a rehearsal room?
Time.
Time.
Time is the trickiest thing for anything. Time and energy.
Yeah.
So it's not so much just about the band and the practice room. It is also family and regular work.
And the balance.
Yes, the balance between all different ones can be very tricky to manage.
We think that both are because I just to record this episode after the second day of the bunch of noise, and then we'll leave and to see the third day, and in next week I will go to Chengdu for the
There's only so much energy, and it's always tricky to know what to prioritize. And sometimes, like this move, the shrine move, was not something that we were looking for. I wasn't like, oh, it's time to move. Nah, the old basement got closed with very short notice.
Yeah.
And then it was like question of...
It must be a disaster for you.
It was a challenge, let's just say that. But it made other tasks that I wanted to have done be so delayed.
Yeah.
Because now all the focus became on, okay, we got to continue this community. I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I think everybody will need a continued sense of home, not to worry about this for any future recordings and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
All of that. We just need that space.
Yeah.
I could have just closed it down. So like all of my January, you just took a lot of energy to get this set up.
Yeah.
It's still not done, mind you. There's still stuff like the other day I finally got the new storage space. So now I can organize and clean a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like everything needs to be optimized, and the same as the social media, and what I have done is the same after rest a long time actually this year to go through all the meme page stuff and know how the rules are. Okay, but
I mean, that's one of the reasons as to why I'm not even attempting to do social media currently, because I'm like, if I try to do that on top of everything else,
just lose all the energy, and
it's already tough, but it's getting better.
Yeah,
work's good, life's good,
all the balance.
Yeah, this over here, like, if you're gonna set something up, you had one of the questions on the sheet over here.
Yeah.
How long does it take to set up a studio? Prioritize what's the most important right now.
Yeah.
So what is the function that you need the most?
Yeah.
The soonest. So for me, the first thing was to set this up, not fully. This room is not set up fully yet.
Yeah.
But it's functional.
Yeah.
So everybody can get started. I can do more soundproofing. I can put this up over there. I can organize more, etc., etc. Things about ambience.
Yeah.
But everybody can work now, at the very least. And that happened in the same week that we moved.
Yeah.
Same thing for the production room. Like it got done so you could use it. But that doesn't mean that it's done so that it's like settled.
It's more engineering or management stuff, right?
Yeah. There's always improvements you can do. If you're doing this while you're having so much on your plate, it's just a matter about prioritizing what's important right now and sort of accepting that it's not going to be finished right away.
Let's move on with some easiest part of music. Right? What we talk about is more, let me to think out of my word. Exactly.
I hate to break it to you, but if you want to do music properly, it will eventually become a little bit of work also. This is why it's awesome to have managers. Shout out KK.
Oh just like I'm doing the artist management too.
Exactly.
They got requirements. That's what I thought about today. Okay, let's talk about music. It's more fun.
It's up to you. I don't know. I'm good with all of it.
It's for the shine part, and here is for the Dizang part. Is the Dizang's band genre is more avant-garde, right?
Sure, if you want to call it.
It's hard to define, but it's avant-garde to me. That
cool.
Yeah, it'll always be quite niche in China. So how do you think about making such a style with calling?
With everyone, I think it's just coming out naturally for us.
Yeah.
So if anybody has an idea that they bring up, we will always just look at it and bring our own influences to it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. We bring our own influences to it, but we also review it and craft it and work on it over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Always trying to, again, just like I mentioned with the noise, always trying to surprise ourselves as much as we're not necessarily doing it for the audience.
Yeah. But I think they still need audience, or you still need audience.
We are the audience. I'm a picky audience member.
Yeah, me too. But I think all the art genre or the music genre, sound genre needs audience. For yesterday, the Vomia actually on the stage, but doing nothing, just the sound war and nothing change for 20 minutes, but there is audience to see that. That's interesting. It's more like performance art or something. Every genre needs our audience. That's my opinion for that.
I agree. It needs to be shared and needs to be out there.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that when we're creating something, we're not like, hey, what's the most popular type of
that's the
beat?
difference.
Yeah.
So why choose avant-garde? That's what
We're not choosing avant-garde. We're choosing ideas that we, like, somebody comes up with an idea.
Yeah.
Somebody reacts to it.
Yeah.
We jam on it. We generate new ideas around that idea.
Yeah.
We craft it. We work on it. We listen to it. We go like, for me,
it's okay. Or
for me, I need something this way.
Yeah.
Or for me, I need something this way.
Yeah.
It's just to create a sense of surprise and fulfillment for us.
Yeah.
That's what I mean with we're not going for the audience.
Yes. Yeah.
When we were up there and showing, yes, of course, we're sharing, we're showing everyone.
So that's the time you need some art management or the marketing. That time, I say.
Yeah. At that time, we do need the marketing and stuff like that. But again, I'm not gonna personally
prioritize it.
Personally, I'm not gonna prioritize it yet. When that time comes, I will.
Contact me. Yeah. But the things most fabulous to me it's your first album. That one is like a shock in 2022 or
I'm not entirely sure what you mean first album.
Yeah,
we don't have an album out yet.
But actually for all the Chinese audience, they will use Nati's
the EP.
EP. It's not for us it's maybe the first album.
Oh, okay.
That one is surprised me, and many avant-garde group chat just Dizang is doing some nice stuff. That one is very fabulous. And another time in 2023 you released the track Morning in Sesame Alley, that right?
Yeah.
That shocked me too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember the first time I contact you?
You're
doing this shit?
Tell me about your reaction.
Yeah, you're doing this shit. It's so fabulous. It's with the Sansoni stuff inside it, and you change it to avant-garde to another electronic version. That one is interests me most. It's not like the old stuff in the Dizang. It's more like the new version of the Dizang, like that. So how's the collaboration? And it's a virus artist. It's not just an album. They got a lot of from the Sound Blink, Lou, and also KOL from the Symphony side. So how's the production or the collaboration came from?
So that song was actually made maybe not a long time before, but it was made before that compilation album was suggested.
Yeah.
We were approached by a clothing brand to collaborate with them, and they wanted to do something more artsy.
Yeah.
I think in their mind they had something like acoustic, easy jam sort of thing in their mind.
So it's a clothing band.
Originally. And now there was some miscommunication, and we ended up doing like a full-scale song on it. Don't know what to say about it. I mean...
It came out?
I can tell you the specific story of that. So I guess the original idea for that one, overarching theme and the melodies that you hear, originally came from me playing around with the OPZ a little bit. We did a few different jams, and we just started recording really quickly. Colin came up with this poetic vocal line and stuff like that. And then, like I mentioned before, everyone just threw different ideas. I took it, chop, fried a little bit. My personal journey with that song is that it was actually a learning project for me, because I started to learn production and like the mixing with that project, which was very valuable for me. And I think where we are now, I really appreciate that. We released that song
without any marketing.
Again, it was for the clothing brand. It was commissioned.
It's commissioned. But it's fascinating me, and it's always connect with me that with the impression of the Dizang. Actually, every time I watch your performance on the stage, the words came in, my brain is evolution. Every time, just surprise me. You are doing every time you are adding some new shit in it, right? So how that's happened, and is there any method to maintain this status?
There's a deep desire to keep ourselves entertained. Just surprising ourselves. And we also get better as musicians. Like I mentioned, in the beginning, I did not know how to play keyboard. I did not know what a synth is, but over time, I've learned. I spent a lot of time and effort, especially when I switched to my current instrument, to not just be able to play it, but to be able to imagine and hear through the instruments. The instruments are like extensions of our souls or our creativity, right? The more mastery I get, or the more mastery anybody else gets of their instruments, the more we can express, even on these old compositions.
That's fabulous to me, and can't wait to see you next show, maybe in the performance recommendation. That one. For Will,
it'll be fun. That'll be a good one.
The last question is any more future plan for the band?
Yes. Obviously, on the agenda is to...
Always delay?
Honestly, yes, always delay. Always.
Yeah.
Like, say, for example, I should have been working on the album right now, but last year we said yes to a project from Voss. Thinking that would be done in January. We're still working on it. It's good shit.
Okay.
But... that is taking time from the album production.
So how long will it be released?
And I will not give it any
commission.
Just the commission one? Oh, dude, the Voss one, I hope that it's finished this week. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it this week. That's not up to us.
Urgent, okay, but
I can sneakily give you.
I can listen. Just I sent this, teaser for you. Okay.
But when it's released, that's up to Voss. I think they're waiting for also recordings from Vanishing Queen. Me and My Sandcastle, they've already done their recordings. So then after everybody submitted stuff, then I think, I don't know, it's really up to Voss when that comes out. But as soon as that finishes, then I'm back on album production.
Yeah, I know.
Do not disturb me.
Yeah. Do not push me. I got a promise for my audience too. Just one episode, 1 month.
Yeah,
sometimes.
No, what I mean is like there's no sudden need to move the studio.
Yeah.
There's no blah blah blah. I will block everything.
That's the magical stuff, or the hidden stuff from the music industry. That a lot of things is hidden, right? It's for the audience. Oh, we got these things. I love that. So when can you? No. Something is behind the CEO.
Yeah, I think it would be easier if we were all full time. Then obviously everything would be easier. But everybody has work. Everybody has family. So.
That's for the ordinary condition of the musicians in Shanghai or the underground.
I think it's an okay balance to have, though. Equally, though, I don't think I would want to be personally, because I have a family. I don't want to be starving at the same time as I'm doing it. So it's a compromise.
It's need more, investment, or more like to find an investor, or that's what art management needs, right?
Eventually when we have a product, our album, I think it will maybe be more
Fuck that. Is that not your album? I always think that one will be your album.
Which one?
Dizang.
No, that was an EP. That's like demos. This is really cute.
It's really cute. But everybody is saying, the album's good.
Thanks. I hope everyone will enjoy what's coming then.
Okay. Here is our same discussion.
Healthier and more productive. Okay. In a cage. On antibiotics.
Okay, next section will be our album recommendation. Here is Damian and old friend. Just please. You always listen to some new shit. Just best for this section.
Honestly, for the last month, I've only been listening to the thing that we're recording. But when you showed me the video of that lady playing at the noise, it made me think of sampling and made me think of one of my favorite groups that used to sample way before computers was a thing. And that's The Books. The Books. And the album The Lemon of Pink.
Lemon of Pink.
Which was a very important album for me growing up.
Great. Thanks for your recommendation. And this time I will recommend another interesting band for the audience. It's Passport Outdo. And they were performing in Beijing before. And their new album is called Orchid. It's avant-garde, maybe mixed with some, math rock and symphony things. Just like Morning. Okay. Yeah, that one is fabulous. And cannot wait to see them to more performance in Shanghai. Why last time in Beijing, not in Shanghai? This is our album recommendation today.
Healthier and more productive. Okay. In a cage. On antibiotics.
Okay, next section is our performance recommendation, and this episode will be out before this performance. Hopefully, if it's after, do not blame me, is our friend Wheels present a live China music presents. It's called Cosmical Eggs or
Cosmic Eggs.
Inspector is called. Cool. And Dizang will be performance in the lineup.
Well, I'm really excited for the post-spring.
Post-spring Hill
tour.
Hill.
And I listened to their stuff on Bandcamp, and it sounds awesome.
They are evolving too. But last time I see them in Yuntown, fabulous. Just they are the big star in the lineup. And also after that show, they released their new EP or something, Evolving. And this time, let's see.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And also, let's not forget Corporation that night too.
I trying to unban with Anko in this every time.
Of course. Also evolving.
Also evolving. They are doing some practice for dunk. In Jiangxing. Yes. But let's see. Here is our performance recommendation. This is the underground music sound magazine facing the future. The leader singer is dead. We recommend you to use Anytime Player, Antenna Pod, or other open podcast client to subscribe and listen. If you use Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, which are platform-based podcast clients that do not support exporting data, it is recommended to visit our homepage to subscribe the email newsletter Gravedigger's Notes to avoid missing update reminders. You are welcome to discuss and correct the program through email or Instagram, and can also visit the homepage to find the entrance to the chat group. If you like this show and want it to be continued, you can repost episodes to social media or donate via Alipay or Patreon. All the related information can be found on the homepage zhuchangsile.xyz. And here is our last section, is the ending track. So please, Damian, just give anything we can listen for the audience at the end of this episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that you guys should go listen to Do May Say Think, Fredericia.
Yeah, actually, the crescendo just asked him this year, but not have...
What? Did they not reply?
They got reply, but they are not full of timetable.
Next year.
Maybe, I don't know. Okay, let's do make me think.
Do say make think.
Yeah, do say
Do
make
make
say
think.
Okay, let's hear. Thanks for listening, and let's see in our next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
This is pronounced a bodhisattva.
Yeah, Bodhisattva. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, it's all good. This is your creative endeavor, and it's totally chill. Whatever you go for it, as long as it's not something that would be like, ha ha ha, Kevin's a big bum or something like that. Like, why would you do that?